people know of the Sundance Institute probably more in the directing, writing, and acting side, but they also have, for over probably 15 years, have had a wonderful intensive, a lab intensive that educates young composers, mentors them in the art of learning how to not necessarily write music, because you need to be able to write music before you come to this, but once you know how to write music, you have to understand and know how to take your musical vocabulary and help a filmmaker tell a story with a musical score. So that's been a lot of fun. We started out at the resort in Utah when I first started doing it. In the last few years, we have a new home. We are actually holding the Composer's Lab up at Skywalker Sound North, which is George Lucas's sort of beautiful post-production facility he has in Northern California. And it's kind of like summer camp. It's really cool. You know, it's very intense. It's about a 2-week period. And, you know, the fellows don't get a lot of sleep, but they're in an environment which is very much probably as close to the real world as you could possibly get, even though they're students. All the other filmmakers that are working on their movies at the lab, by the time our Composer Lab happens, they've shot some scenes for their films, or if they're documentary filmmakers, they brought their films to the edit lab. So the young composers actually get the chance just not to practice on a scene from another movie, an older movie that's already been done. They're actually working with living filmmakers on the films that they're working on. So it's really a wonderful chance to really have them to learn how to start to really create that dialogue, that rapport with the director they need to get, you know, because a lot of what we do as composers is to enable and interpret and empathize, and basically at the end of the day get inside a story that the filmmaker is trying to achieve, and somehow translating that into a musical voice for the film.